Good morning. Welcome to ESL classes. I hope you all are well at home. You must be enjoying the unending holidays because for many people, this corona explosion has proved to be a boon. So, I promised you that in one of these days, I'll be starting the English spoken classes. And I think that this is the high time because many of you are waiting patiently for this. And when I went through the comment box, I found many comments related with English language learning, and I got many email also. They asked me to start this class as soon as possible. So from today onward, I'm going to start spoken English classes, and my every video is going to give you a lot of information about English as a foreign language and English as a second language. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about the three areas, and you can say the three factors that influences you know Indian English. Okay, so the first thing is environment. Okay, so when we start speaking, normally we want someone to practice with. Okay, and if we are surrounded with many speakers of the same language, it's always convenient for us to acquire that language. Okay, but here we are not getting an environment which is loaded with English speakers with English quotation. Okay, so I think that for the student, school is the best place which provides them an environment fully loaded with ESL expression and ESL practices. So this is one of the greatest factor that influences English language acquisition, and for a beginners, you know, it helps a lot. So you can create such type of atmosphere, and I think it's quite up to you. You can talk with your friends. Okay, this is the world of techniques. You can interact with many people. Okay, there are many apps which makes these interaction. Secondly, you can interact with your family members if you have some amount of respect for this language, and if you have interest in this language, then only you can do. Otherwise it's quite difficult to speak in English, because I think that you cannot talk to yourself for a long time, because in many videos you might have seen that the people suggest you talk to yourself, talk to yourself. So I find it quite stupid. How can you talk to yourself? And suppose if you're talking to yourself, how will you rectify the expression? How will you correct the mistake? How can you understand whether you are going in a right direction or you are going in a wrong direction? So I think that this is not the best way. You have many applications, okay, which provide you an opportunity, and gives you a chance to speak, and they ask you to record the video. You can do that, and you can they rectify it. So this is the best way, I think. Or you can join many websites which teaches you English. So this is the first condition. You need to create an environment to speak English, and this is also called immersion method. Okay, this creating of environment takes a lot of time, but you should be patient and you should be determined to learn this language. This is the one thing that will definitely help you and enable you to start speaking. The second factor that influences our English speaking is pressure. Okay, and it is applicable, you know it is applicable to each and everyone who is desirous to learn English and who is not desirous, because we see that in schools there are certain pressures for the student who are not willing to express in English. They fine them, okay, and moreover they give them punishment. So these are some pressure which really enables you to speak this language. Okay, it makes you capable of speaking. I think that this pressure is quite fruitful. And here when India, we have set our confinement, we have set our comfort zone. Okay, no doubt we are living in a multilingual country. Here 22 languages are spoken, they are in existence. Moreover, there are 50 dialects, okay, which all are, taking the shape of language day by day. We are very much comfortable with Hindi. We don't want to come out of this comfort zone unless and until we get a blow. What is this blow? This blow is a pressure. So we need some pressure to express in English. So I think that you are the best one to create this pressure, and you should set your mind how strict you are, okay, for speaking English. And you should, give some blows to yourself to speak English in this language. First of all, you should create a pressure on you. You set the limitation that you are going to talk in one language. You choose either in Hindi or in English, because if you keep an alternative, that is Hindi, more you're likely to switch to this mother tongue, to your language. It's very natural, because our mother tongue comes very naturally. We don't need to make effort. On the other hand, a foreign language, when you're learning, at the first step you need to create some pressure and speak. You need to make effort. It can't come flawless, it can't come spontaneously. So I think that you have to do that anyhow. And the third thing is need. So as I defined you, that here we don't have an environment of speaking, so obviously we don't require any other languages, okay, as an ESL. So you can learn EFL if you want to acquire it, and you can acquire EFL very easily. But when we talk about ESL, okay, we need to speak first. So I think that here we don't have a need, we don't have a necessity to speak, to use it as an ESL, because we have already, I said, okay, we have many languages. If you're determined to devote time to it, if you pressurize yourself, okay, that you require this language, this is the one and only functional language which is linking 5 continents, and it is connecting you to the world. Once Arvind Tagore said that English is just like a window through which you can see the entire world. So you need to, create a need. Okay, you feel this, that you need to acquire this language at any cost. This is very, very, very beautiful, very functional language. So you should have this thing in your mind. So I think that this will enable you to create a need, okay, that will influence your learning. You have to create an environment, you have to pressurize yourself to speak in this language, and you have to choose only one language of expression if you're learning ESL, okay. And the third is need. You have to create the need. You think that I don't know any other language, okay, I have to express myself, because when we learn our natural language, that is our mother tongue, there was a need, okay. We all are guided by the need. We didn't have any medium to express our feeling, express our ideas, so we learnt it, we acquired it at any cost, because how will we talk to other if we don't have a medium? So I think this is the need. So we were guided by this need, and eventually we became very fluent in this language. We cannot compare Hindi to English, because this world of difference, okay, there's a world of difference between acquiring a first language and acquiring a second language. The process is entirely different. When we learn our mother tongue, I think that we don't need to make any effort, okay. We learn it effortlessly, it comes flawlessly, it comes spontaneously, because it also takes a decade or two to be fluent. And if we talk about English, it's also going to take you the same amount of the time, okay, if you want to be fluent in English. So don't ever try to be fluent, okay. First, to start with small sentences, speak slowly, confidently, but well. Don't run after the fluent speakers, and we should not be distracted by the fancy speaker. So you also think the same thing. Don't try to compete with other speaker. Develop your own way, develop your own style. Okay, this will be better initially, and later on you will be fluent. But initially, if you try to be fluent, okay, your impression will fall flat. So, and I think that these are the three most important factors that influence your English acquisition and English speaking. So you must follow my suggestions to begin with English. And I think that if you think that this video makes any sense to you, please give a like button, and in my next video I'll discuss something more important. So hope you have liked this video. Bye, take care.